Oh, a little glare here somewhere. And I can't see, and there's glare. When I can't see glare. Yes, glare, no glare. Maybe glare in your underwear. Whatever. Boy, that sounds like a guy from the 50s talking, doesn't it? Well, I don't know what you guys, Washington, D.C. here, we just got killed with rain, man. It just hit all over. I got a bunch of things I want to share with you guys tonight. If anybody doesn't have a go out on a date yet, you know, us old guys don't do that much anymore. I think we went out yesterday. Every day's date night. Every day is a vacation. I'm on vacation. Oh, there's a great song I found. Somebody sent me on YouTube. It's about your job being vacation. And I think that's really the ultimate in life. Just think if you had a job that was like vacation. Yeah. And you can, I think. I really think you can, but it takes work. I mean, that's the key to all this. But and you see the title there? What we're going to cover today. What do you do when the bureaucrat who gives out free money says, no, 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 no soup for you? I don't know if you remember the Seinfeld episode, the soup Nazi. He would say, no soup for you. Greetings from Huntsville, Alabama. Wow, cool, cool. Well, that's cool out there. No, I like Alabama. I haven't been there a long time. Yep. Everybody, you know, makes fun of it. I had a doctor I called the soup Nazi. No meds for you. That's great. You hear me on YouTube okay? I guess you would have said something by now. Hi from El Paso. What's the weather in El Paso? What's up from Dayton? Boy, that must be 10, 20 degrees differently, right? Let me see what's on. I want to see if I'm on Facebook. That's one I could see while I'm on. Sound good? Great. Oh, good. From Pennsylvania. Where in Pennsylvania? I want to know where in Pennsylvania. Soup Nazi, soup to nuts, success. Yeah, nice and cloudy. Oh, nice and cloudy. I guess that's what I just hear. Montgomery, Alabama. No, Montgomery where? In Pennsylvania. Oh, Montgomery County, right? I live in Montgomery County too, in Maryland. So yeah, that's why when I go Google Montgomery County, I get you guys in Pennsylvania. And we're about a lot of the same demographics. Montgomery, Pennsylvania. Oh no, not the town. Where's the town of Montgomery, Pennsylvania? Boston, Mass. Wow. I thought everybody starts drinking early in Boston. Why can't I get... in the middle of nowhere. Oh, like Penn State kind of nowhere? Or somewhere up north? Love your YouTube videos. Well, thank you so much. I just love having a chance to share all this stuff, you know. It does me no good just sitting there and say, oh, all the magic's in this book. You got to buy my stuff, you know. Oh, Little League headquarters, Williamsport. So that's like Middle Eastern? Not Middle Eastern. The eastern middle part of Pennsylvania. I'm from Wilkes-Barre. And that's not too far, is it? I remember Williamsport, the Little League capital of the world. Linda Parker mentioned you. Linda Parker, is that the Linda Parker I know for a long time ago? Huh? Is that Linda Parker? Cape May, New Jersey. Wow. I just did so many reports for New Jersey. I'm so good at it, particularly on the 299 free sources. I did a whole bunch of news stories, so I could do them back. I'm losing my butt doing these things that take me so long, and I'm hoping I'll do it. Linda Parker, I've been following you and reading your books and watching your ads so long, I don't know how long it's been. Oh, so it may be you that we know each other, huh? Oh, that's cool. I mean, that's I don't know anybody from high school, but that's after high school. I don't think anybody's still alive when I went to high school. Yeah. That's why can't I give up faith? Come on, I want to see if we're on Facebook. Okay, are we on Facebook? Okay, I guess so. Yeah, Thomas, Kenosha. I went to school in Milwaukee, so I know where Kenosha, Wisconsin is. Yeah, man, Milwaukee to me was like the biggest small town in the world. It was great as a metropolitan area for a kid, just a small town in Wilkesboro. Yeah, so I had a nice time out there. I really, it's really. People are so warm and friendly out there in the big cities out east. Everybody's fighting for themselves. God, why I have problem trying to see myself on Facebook? What's going on? But I guess somebody sees me on Facebook. I see somebody even talked to me already. I guess it's just me. I didn't pay my internet bill. By the way, I told you some places yesterday about you can get internet for as little as $10 a month, and that's income dependent. So at certain incomes, you could get full internet for only $10 a month. Because they're government subsidized things. They run it through the Comcast and all these things, but they're subsidized by the government. That's how they're able to do it. So that's cool. Now come on, what's wrong with this stuff? I'm gonna have to reboot the whole thing. Okay, we're getting closer, we're getting closer, we're getting closer, we're getting closer, we're getting closer. Boy, I read so many things that I still read a paper. Actually, 5 days a week, the other 2 days, because paper's getting so expensive now. Having the daily newspaper, man, it's crazy. But, they do a lot of my research for me, so that's what I like to do. Oh, yes, Linda Parker, okay, I'm Kenosha, okay, Linda, yes, I see, okay, so I'm there. That's nice to know. It's nice to be live. That's right. I got a haircut yesterday, cut some of that trim off on the side. That's why I always worried in life that I was going to have the same haircut as high school. So many women, at least my generation, seem to do that. Oh, what worked in high school, they're going to use for the rest of their life, because it worked then. But thank God nothing much worked for me in high school. I still... I just keep dreaming it up every day. Sort of East Coast sippy. Hey, that's nice. I mean, when people say they appreciate what I do, man, I think there's nothing better in the world than hearing that. I mean, you could build up all the crap you want, and get more money to build up more crap. I don't know what for. But it seems that we're here to help other people, and to find, what our talents are so we could use them to help other people. And then the other trick to that is trying to find out how to do it and make money out of it too, so you're not a burden to society. You're able to feed yourself. So just think, if you're making enough money to live on and you love doing what you do every day, you just can't wait to get up to do it. Man, you just, is it 6 o'clock yet? 6 o'clock, I'll get up now. It's only 5:30, I'll start work. Now, wouldn't that be great? And I think you can. I mean, I've been doing it for so long. It took me about, to about 35. He noticed me, made my day. Oh, it's just me. You're the special thing in your life, and that's what we have to do. Actually, is use our lives. I think that's where everything comes from. Is from doing something, good or bad, or it shouldn't be bad, but if it's successful or not, it doesn't matter if it's successful. It matters if you're doing something. Talent, natural, creative, artistic, or mental ability, any of those. Take one, take them all, any one of those are good enough. If you only have one, man, just use the hell out of it. You don't have to have a full deck. You just have to go out and find your place. Well, what the hell you have, and what you can give. And the problem is, I think we just listen to all these experts, supposedly. And if Donald Trump listened to the experts, he'd never be president, right? So remember that. You love him or hate him, but just remember that. He's president because he didn't listen to experts. And that's true for the rest of us. I mean, that's what we have to do. I mean, it stops us from doing stuff, and particularly because we're all unsure. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing, in life. And I've been doing this stuff for 40 years or more. And I still don't know what I'm doing. I don't know for sure what works. And that's why giving advice to other people, man, how can I give advice to other people? I don't know what I'm doing. But I do research every day and find opportunities. And these opportunities aren't a guarantee that they'll work for you either. That's the other thing. Let's see. Said life is service. Yes. And the one who progresses is the one who gave a little more and a little better service. Yes. And that's true. And even, but boy, I mean, like I said, when somebody said they like my work and they appreciate whatever, man, I mean, you can't take that to the bank. Also, you can't pay your mortgage either. So that's why you have to pay your mortgage. But the real joy in life comes from that. Maybe because I'm just older now. I mean, I certainly had this in me when I was younger, but I don't think I lived by it as much. I mean, I was caught up in some rat race, trying to, chasing my butt around in circles or whatever. But boy, I mean, you want something real. I mean, it's like love, or love for each other, or a personal relationship. Well, you want something superficial, that doesn't cure your heart or soul. You need something deeper than that. And that's the trick in life. But the media and everybody else tells you about, you shouldn't have this, that, or whatever. You should have a bigger car, bigger house, bigger boobs, bigger whatever it is. And that's not going to cure you. It's digging down, I think, and that's why the question mark suit to me is me inside. All I find out is the more I dig inside and bring that out, the happier I am. I used to try to find out what I should do based on what's selling or whatever and things like that, and I never did it as well as the people who came naturally to. And so that's why what you're going to do well in life is what comes natural to you, because you'll do that better than everybody else. I say, do you know about the secret accounts on SNC card hold, Social Security card? No, I mean, people have asked me that before. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. And the secret Social Security accounts with money. I mean, they're programs in Social Security that people don't know. Like, if you're a senior now, right, there are programs, but call, I forget, I know, like seniors, if they're not making a lot of money, there's an extra like I forget what it is. It's something like $2,000 or more. They can get a year, but they don't ask for it. And that's the thing. Is that you have to know what to ask for. It's not secret. I mean, I guess it is. That's how people sell things. They sell it secret. I do that too. I put it in the headlines to get people, oh, I want to know the secret. And it's really not secret. It is in a way, but it really isn't. It's just finding it. And because I do research every day, I stumble on things that I didn't even know. That's why I like going for something. And that's why, what are you going to do when you're looking for money or grant or freebie or something from the government, and they say no? You don't hang up. Now remember, you don't hang up. And say thank you very much. No. My baby wants to go to rehab, baby, and I say no. Say more the trust. Oh, what was that? I missed that. Oh, what did he say? I gotta. Oh, gosh, I'm not, they say it's more of a trust account. Well, whatever the heck it is, they're still not talking English. But what to do is call your congressman, because if you want to know that, they have to know it. And if they don't know it, they find it out for you, okay? So you call them up because they have some staffer. That's all they do. To do. So that's one of the things, too, you should do when the government says no. You're calling up Social Security, they don't know about it. I need to know about grants for a property management company for Georgia. I'll send you 100 grants on that thing. And I'm here. Hi, Angela. Oh, Angela, you're back. Great. Hey, guys. But, that's what you do. They're one of the things you do when the government says no, or the government office or some office you contact and you thought they had from them. No. Well, because you thought they had something. So that means they're studying something that you were interested in. So they're in that industry, in that wheelhouse of what's going on there. So they may know of other things. So that's what you do. You politely say, hey, so you don't have it. Who do you think would have something like that? Can you give me any suggestions? You don't, see, you have to be vague. The whole thing about dealing with government is being vague. As soon as you're specific, then they go specific in the purchase and upkeep of the properties. Yeah, I mean, I could, yeah, that's what I do. I do research for properties. So in Georgia or anywhere, go to letsgo.com/research and click on the research for real estate, and I'll send you every program in real estate. Or if you want to spend any money, go to my YouTube channel and look at the videos there. I have them, what do you call them, playlists, you know, and under housing. Money for dental assistance here. Yeah, dental. I have a pre-programmed, you know, ebook on letsgotutor.com. That's where all those reports are. letsgotutor.com. By the way, if you see the title of this, what I'm really doing, here's a discount. I just put up a new course. Are there any grants available for musicians? Well, it doesn't matter if you're a musician or not. There are some for musicians and really more contracts than grants, but there are other grants, and who the hell you are, doesn't matter what you are. You could be a you know, a skydiver and still use these programs that are available. And that's what I try to show people. It doesn't matter. The special things just for musicians, yes. And there's another, if you go to you go to a website called, oh God, not the Foundation Center. Oh, it'll come to me. GuideStar.com. Look at that now. Their database, oh no, that's right, they don't have the personal one. But go to the library and go to the Foundation Center directories, ask them about, you could use their database, because that's like a $2,000 database, or $1,000, $1,500, something like that. You could use it at the library, and they have a special section for individuals. Grants, these are grant money from individuals from that give grants to individuals from foundations, not government, but foundations. And that's the best database for something like that. The University School at NYC offers low-cost dental training. Yes, schools, any dental school is a place to get good practice. Also, call your dental society in your state capital. A lot of them there have a listing of free and low-cost clinics. Also, where to go is your county health office. They will know things like this. And also there's a big database, I forget the name of dentists who volunteer. Can you put the link? Yeah, what, I think I forgot to put the links yesterday. Damn it. I gotta do that. But can you put that link on the page? What link? I'm not sure what link. I'm telling so much, and it's just from answering questions. I don't have a script today. I just thought I'd say, oh, who's around Saturday night? What's going on Saturday night? Anybody? Can I help anybody? I just thought I'd get a different kind of person or whatever, you know, that are out there and needs help. But okay, you know, use Google. I mean, the things I talk about, if you're looking for your, for the Foundation Center. The Foundation Center, you go to the library, because the Foundation Center has a directory online, but it costs $1,500. And the Foundation Center is the one who catalogs all the grants that are given out by foundations. See, that's the real thing of grants. Most grants from the government aren't really grants. They're direct payments, and they're called all kinds of things. That's when people think that they need to get a grant writer, and you don't. If you go to foundations, you're more likely to need a grant writer. If you go to the government, you're not. So don't worry about that thing. But go to the library, call first to see if they have the Foundation Center directory. And you go there and you want to look. They have two directories there. One for individuals, where they give money to individuals, and another one where they give money to nonprofit organizations. So if you want to do something also, don't just say, oh, I'm going to become a nonprofit because I could get a lot of money from these foundations. That's true, but you don't really know if that's the best place for you. So never become a nonprofit until you know where you're going to get the money. This is what my new, I have a course. It's only $20, but I'm giving you a $10 discount So it's 50% off. And if you go to udemy.com, I don't know if you know that, that's a platform for courses, how-to courses. And I just finished one and put it up there yesterday. And if you put my name, Matthew Lesko, at Udemy, and then find the one on the mistakes you make when you're trying to get a grant, and the code is MISTAKE50, and you use that at checkout, and you'll get a 50% discount for that. So that's Udemy. That's right. I already belong to them. Okay, go to Udemy and Google or search my name, Matthew Lesko, and you'll see I got a half a dozen or so there. And a new one I just put up was on the mistakes people make when they try to get a grant. How many places that you speak. I tried many of the places that you speak of for dental assistance, and there are not many, if any, services available. Where do you live? Where is that? I mean, it varies by city and state and stuff like that where you are. The other thing what people do is use crowdfunding for this. You could use crowdfunding to get your dental work paid for. There's a woman who called up, actually I interviewed her a little while ago, and she called up recently. Oh, Atlanta, Georgia. Well, that's a good sized city, community. If you want, take a look at my download ebook on lescotutor.com on dental work. I show you how to research for all these sources. But if you talk to, you've been most of those places, I remember you don't, there's more than one university. So if you have to drive somewhere, and also whether you get it for free or sliding scale, so how flexible are you going to be? Also remember that if you haven't, your dental association, there may be even a local one. They know that people need help, and that's why there's even dental volunteers. So you have to look at your county government. You have to look at the universities in your state that have dental schools. You have to look at your state dental society. That's in your state capital. You're in the state capital, so that'll be cool. What you also do is look at needymeds.org. Needy, NEEDYMEDS.org. You look there because that's a good database of free and low-cost health care of any kind, even prescription drugs. They seem to do a real good job because when you put in, sort of like free dental care or something, most of the websites you're going to get are people, it sounds like, oh, they're an expert at that, but most of these people are not. They throw out a couple things that look good, and they're just trying to get your name or get your traffic or whatever. They're not good at these things. So the websites that are good at this stuff are the ones that don't have ads or have very few ads or whatever. So that's what you want to look at. And that's why the needymeds.org, O-R-G, and that's the other ones you want to look at. When you're looking for help, you only look at .org, O-R-G, or .gov, G-O-V. Call your local county health office. So what is the county in Atlanta? Oh, I forget. I just knew it. I knew it. I do know it too. No. Don't take my paper yet. I know it. I know what it is. I know. God, why can't I think of well, anyway, so if you just Google right now the name of your county and then the state, Georgia, and then health department, and you'll get it there. Just call them up. Call up the first number and see what it is. Now, here's another place you want to look. You want to go to 211.org. And when you go there, okay, you'll put in your zip code, and they'll take you to a separate 211 that is only in Atlanta. Is ja, is that ha ha ha? Or ja. Somebody put on Facebook there. So 211.org, and if you put in dental there, you'll find what organization, because there's going to be nonprofits and stuff like that help you. But there is a national group that takes dental volunteers, because dentists, I guess, feel guilty. They're making so much money, and now they're complaining because of the health care. I don't worry about these people worried about can't make $200,000 or $300,000 anymore. They don't seem to be a priority, in our country. But of course they think they are because they feel they're getting screwed somehow. But I think we have bigger issues right now. So that's why, how do you, those are name places, and call your elected official. They've had this question before, if you don't call them in, and it's a free call, they're free people, they'll go research for you too. Maybe you'll get the same thing. But boy, see, I mean, you don't know where the answer is. See, to me, that's why when you call somebody and somebody says no, man, that's just the start of the game. And if you don't believe that's the start of the game, then you're just waiting to get hit by lightning and then you go home. And because the problem is, I think most of us salesmen try to make you believe it. Just do this one thing and you'll be a gazillionaire for life. And that's bullshit. And we all know it subconsciously, but it's easy to get sucked in. Because wouldn't it be nice if it was so easy? But then as you get older, no, you'll be bored as shit, and then a cranky old bastard when you grow up, unless you work for it, and that's what you have to do. But most of us, somehow get programmed that life should be easy when, in fact, it's no fun if life is easy. I mean, that's why I always measure it. Just think if you played basketball with a 5-year-old. It'd be easy, right? You would win all the time. But that would be boring. After 10, 20 minutes of that stuff gets old, right? And then you go and do something just to entertain your brain, right? Just so you don't have to think about how bored you are. But, I mean, to me, life is giving. So why don't you figure out there's so many problems to solve? Try to figure out, maybe you don't have an answer, you don't, but sure shit, the people doing it now don't, right? so yours must be as good as anybody else's because nobody's doing very well with anything nowadays. So get in there and try to fix something. It doesn't have to be the whole world. It's just going to be your little corner somewhere. So you get the satisfaction doing it your way. And seeing the results and finding out and having a real experience about what you think works in the world, because you're going to try it yourself and see what happens instead of just, it's so easy. I find it so to criticize other people. It's easy to be a critic, but it's hard to do stuff, And I think if we did more stuff in life, first of all, we criticize less, and then people will go out and do it. Because you can't do things well unless you do it a lot. That's why people screw up. They get one critic at them and then they stop. That's why you think of something that's really important for you to do and just keep going, because then you'll figure it out. Otherwise, if it's not really important to do, you're going to run into a roadblock and you're going to say, screw it. Somebody's asking me when the 3rd issue of Information USA is going to be published. Never! You notice how the bookstore's closing? That's where that used to be, in bookstores, and bookstores are over. But I'm not over yet. And this is why I'm doing things like this, trying to figure out how to get the information to people. I mean, on one of these things now, I could have, after people watching it or whatever, I mean, maybe 500 or 1,000 people, within a day or so, then I could educate, in a book. I mean, that's, I'm not making money off of this, but it's still to learn. I mean, it's how do I understand what people's problems are. Before it was good, neat. I used to travel around the country, do 50 cities. I'd write a book, do 50 cities. And by doing 50 cities and talking to people, that would give me information on what my next book would be. That's how I learn what the next book should be, because I see what people's questions are and what they need help with, and then I'd frame a book around it. Because this is why I wear the question mark suit. I feel I could get an answer to anything. I just don't know the questions to ask. So what's your questions? And most of us are like that, and they're a lot of the times the wrong question. Oh, I just want a lot of money. I don't know. I mean, yes, that would solve every problem, but life doesn't work that way. So you have to be more specific. And because it takes effort, you can't just be frivolous like that. You have to be more concentrated on what you need the money for, because most of it is that way. Where can I find free counseling? Free counseling for what? That's what it is. There's free credit card counseling, financial counseling at HUD counselors. There's free starting a business counseling or freelance counseling, or starting a nonprofit counseling at the small business development centers. And both of those, if you put small business development centers .gov, just put in Google Small Business Development Center and your county, and you'll find them there. And they give you free mentoring and free counseling. If you put HUD counseling and look for the thing that is HUD.gov, you'll see a map of the United States, and you get free financial counseling there too. You have credit card problems or whatever. That's all. Funds for homeless now. Are you homeless now, or you want funds now? Well, you're homeless now. There's emergency money. That's at your county level usually. It's usually with the community development block grant money. And if you contact your county government, contact the 211. Call your 211 wherever you are and ask for, you're looking for financial assistance. Don't say grants, say financial assistance. That's how it's categorized. In most local areas, it's not categorized as grants. It's categorized as financial assistance. So the bureaucrat there, Catholic Charities, can help with 1 month's rent. See, things like that, right? And it's more than them. But see, they're getting community development block grant money. It goes to the county government, and then goes to people like Catholic Charities and other people that gives it out. Oh. What's this? My daughter went home purchase counseling program, and she was told that she shouldn't buy too many. Let's see. I can't. What? She shouldn't buy too many of the grants because the lenders don't look at your home purchase favorably. I'm not sure. Shouldn't buy to. Just look at programs. I mean, counseling, fine. If it's a free HUD counselors, okay, take their advice. But what you need is to know your options. So to me, would be getting a listing of all the programs in your area, whatever it is, and see which are the best for you. I mean, it takes effort. There's good and bad with everything. That's like everything in life. But what you want to do is you don't want to just, marry the first pretty girl you meet. You want to know what's out there and what's right for you or whatever. And it's the same way with that buying a house or whatever. So you want to find, you take that advice, plug it in. You may use it, you may not. That's with everything. You may use my advice, you may not. But the most important thing is that you get your options and see. And then you grab the best option that makes sense for you. That's how to make a decision. Not find one thing. Hey, that sounds good. Why the hell I don't do that? Because it sounds reasonable. Remember, the people who are selling you anything, whatever, spend their whole career trying to make you believe that what they have is the best thing for you, and you shouldn't go anywhere else. So if you don't know what everybody else is yet, so they're framing it like this is the best thing in the world, and you never find anything. But you'll be surprised what else you could find. They told her not to use too many grants. They told her, well, I guess that may or may not be true. I don't know, and every situation is different. I would keep looking. You're still looking for the best deal, and I guess it's what are the grants are for, whatever. Don't forget there's grants, and maybe they'll give you a $5,000 grant. Other people give you a $40,000 grant. Did OJ's Bronco sell for? Yeah, I don't know what it sold for. OJ Bronco. I saw it was for sale. I'm old enough to remember that sucker on the TV for hours driving around the highway. Or a shot from the helicopter, whatever. That was interesting. And it was interesting to me how they were talking about that again. Like, it seems that, and I don't know for sure, so don't trust me on this, but I was listening to some African Americans talking about the Bronco thing, and that even if they thought he did it, they said it was great justice that he got off because so many other white rich people get off all the time. So a black guy got off too. And so in that reality, then the system is fair. It screws up for both. That's why I always talk about the government. I used to write a lot of Freedom of Information Act requests, and they said they would tell me that, well, that information in that report that you want, we're going to block that out because what they will do when you do a Freedom of Information Act request, as a nurse who grants, what grants should be applied for? One of a nurse. Is it for study? Well, let me see what that is again. Grant should she apply for her home purchase? Actually, there is in some states will give you a 50% off on government programs. It's called the Good Neighbor program. So look at the Good Neighbor program. She's in healthcare. It's for firemen, it's for teachers, it's for some healthcare professions and things like that. So the government has houses that they give 50% discounts for that. And see, it's for those housing, things, I mean, it's all local. So I can't tell you exactly. I can tell you where to start looking. You have your county government, you have your state government, you have your federal government, you have nonprofit organizations in the area. You have other people like, well, if you're in Atlanta, it's things like Habitat for Humanity, or fixing up houses, rebuilding together, and places like this that are great, for buying a home or fixing a home or real estate property. And then if you're an investor or want to flip houses and stuff like that, you want to know about the community development grants. I mean, there where lots of money is given out to people to develop housing projects. This is grants and tax credits that you sell to fat cats that supply money for you to do this. Does your company help filling out 501c3 problems? Well, I can, but you don't probably need it. But first of all, before you become a 501c3, make sure you know where you're getting money that wants to give a 501c3, that you have to be. Don't just, I mean, I think it's bad just, I want to become a 501c3. No, your really objective is to solve a problem. So you should start looking for money, and I may be wrong because you already thought through all this, so it may not apply, but other people listening, you're there to solve a problem, or to create something in life. So you're maybe guessing, a lot of people guess, well, I could do it because there's a lot of grants for nonprofits, so I'll become a nonprofit. No, that's not the way to do it, because then you're doing all this work and you're not even sure where the money's coming from. What you do first is find out where you can get money from that for anything. Nonprofit, for-profit, being a clown, anything. And then you decide if you should be a nonprofit or not. That's how you do it. And that's important. Actually, I just found a grant now for at the local community action agency. I think it was, I forget where it was or what state it was, but they have a grant that they give for people who want to become nonprofits. So it's a grant for you to start to be a nonprofit. But tell you the truth, most states have an organization that helps people fill out those applications, find out about it. It's usually in your state capital, because they want you to get a grant. See, if you get a grant and bring it into the state, that means you're growing the state. See, you're like starting a business. So they help you with all that stuff. If you can't find it, you go to the governor's office and you say, hey, I'm looking for help to help me become a nonprofit, and ask them about that thing and where you should go, to get something like that. Who else got something? Heard funds to help, need funds to help. Oh, what was that? Can't find it. Filing for a nonprofit can be expensive. Well, it can be expensive if you hire expensive people. And that's it. It's looking around for options. So where are you going to get, look around for options. That's what it, certificate programs, that's important. Somebody asked about certificate. Yes, and don't go, there's too many of them. You have to go start at your local community college. Your local community college is the best place to start about certificate programs. Also, your local labor information center, or actually the workforce center, they're now starting a lot of training programs, that few months you drive. I mean, here, man, I have here it talks about, here's an article here I was going to talk about later, right? There's 6 million jobs are available, and there's only 7 million people looking for a job. We don't have enough people looking for jobs. Right now, I mean, it's only like 70% of the people that are between, I think it's 25 and 55, high unemployment, are looking for jobs. So we have like 25% of the people are not even bothering looking for jobs because, I don't know, but certificate programs for home purchase, I was referring to, oh yes, that's at the county level usually, or a mortgage certificate. If you Google mortgage certificate and the name of your state or the name of your county, it'll pop up there. They're usually with every state and every county. Or either or, depending on where you are. But the employment rate, I mean, is so low because people are not looking for work. So we have over 20% of our workforce, people who theoretically could work, are not even looking. So they're not counted as unemployment. That's why I thought when Trump was running for president, he used to talk about, the real unemployment rate is like 20% or something. And I thought, he was full of shit, because the guy lies so much. When I hear a number like that. But the guy's right, and it's because people are not even looking, So now our unemployment rate is down what they call full employment. It's down to like 4% or something like that, and that's called full employment. But really there's people, we have 20% or more of the population that's not even counted one way or another in that number because they ain't looking anymore. And I don't know, because they can't make enough, the labor force pisses them off or whatever, and when you start working for somebody, to me it winds up like jail, unemployment. in Guam is going to be important. That may be very true, unfortunately. But that's why I think the gig economy, anybody who's worried about employment or whatever, or want to see where the world is going, you want to take a look at that gig economy. I'm going to talk about it more. I got a downloaded ebook that I'm going to put on sale soon. What happened?